Hello, wonderful world. It's Jennifer here at Eureka Astrology and Healing, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Trillium. And first and foremost, I just want to say that this is for educational purposes only. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about just core knowledge of Trillium, like where it likes to grow and its Latin name, and why I think it's important. So here we have Trillium recurvitum. It is similar to the trillium that is known as Bethroot, but it is not the erectum species. This is different, and you can see here we have actually 3 stages of life cycle, and they have little red spots on their leaves where the other one does not have that. And why I have this picture here today is I think it's very important because, first of all, where I live in Wisconsin, it's considered somewhat endangered because it's a woodland plant that is an ephemeral plant, meaning it comes out in the early spring and then pretty much disappears by late spring to summer. And what you're seeing here is you're seeing a fully grown one or 2 standing upright, and they're not open yet. We'll talk a little bit about that later. I'll do later videos with the flowers open and talk about the potential medicinal uses and magical uses. But I want to show you the baby. And here you can see the little sprouts. There's just 1 leaf, and those are going to be 3 different plants. Then next to it, you can see the tri-leaf there. There's a little leaf in the way, but the tri-leaf of that one. And you're thinking, oh, are these just like second-year plants? No, these plants take many, many, many years to grow, and it can take up to 10 years for them to flower to get to that tall stalk plant. And that's partly why they are endangered in some states, not all states. And something that's really interesting and cool about this plant, and if you do magic or think of energetics, so they are dependent upon ants. Ants actually take the seeds, they take them down to their tunnels, and they eat the flesh off the seed, like the outside protective coating, and then they leave the rest of the seed there, and the seed sits there throughout winter in the poop of the ants, and then in the spring they grow. And so they're dependent on that coat being eaten and taken and carried. Another reason that they are endangered. So habitat wise, you can see there's a lot of leaves here. It's underneath a few trees. It's in dappled shade. I would say most shade, and it just gets a little bit of sun, but by summer there's no light that gets in here. And they really tend to love it. They like the soil when there's leaves decomposing. It's really ideal. And some say that they don't transplant well, but I did actually transplant these about 12 years ago, some of the tall ones, and they finally, as you can see, I'll zoom out here, there are more, but I don't have a lot. It's definitely taken a long time to get a few. And what's interesting, and just to switch into a little bit of the astrology for fun, is that this is a plant where it likes to stay with its family. Very Cancerian, but I have been finding little babies throughout my yard, meaning the ants have carried them to different places, which makes me think it's also a little bit of a Jupiterian plant. It likes to travel, associated with Sagittarius. A few fun things to weave in with it too for those who do astrology and elemental things. It's also associated with Scorpio and Capricorn, especially with the Scorpio, because those seeds go into the underground, and that's where Scorpio is the ruler of, is where Pluto, its ruling planet. Another fun fact, just kind of on energetics, you can see there's 3, and when it opens up, there's a set of 3, 3, 3, 3. 3 bracts, 3 petals, 3 flowers, and it just continues on with 3s, and so that is the triad. And depending on, you know, your beliefs and what you think, you know, some think of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I like to think Mother, Maiden, and Crone. So sort of the cycle and the stability and bringing things together, very, very, very cool. I will do later video on when the flowers open, which will be soon, and I'll talk about its potential medicinal uses. It's not a plant that I recommend using as a straight medicine, meaning like digging it up to get the root, because they are endangered here, but we could talk about how they could be used as flower essences in other gentle ways so that you do not have to harm the plant. With that, I'm Jennifer at Eureka Astrology and Healing, and I hope you like taking a look at these wonderful and rare, in my opinion, plants. They're beauty and they're special. Ciao for now.